Built-in sells itself as a place where lots of people are going to see your company profile and jobs, which is great. But if you're investing in Built-in, are you maximizing your investment? In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 biggest mistakes that most companies are making on Built-in. These are mistakes that are costing them money, opportunity, and talent. For those of you unfamiliar with Built-in, here's the download. It was founded in 2011 here in Chicago and started as a social network and a content site, focusing on jobs and tech in the Chicagoland area. Now, as it spread, it built more regional hubs where companies can build their profile and attract tech, marketing, and salespeople. It's a popular platform among employer branders and job seekers, but it isn't always obvious how to get the most out of it. Now, before I get into this, a disclaimer. I don't work for Built-in. However, I am a big fan of what they're trying to do and what they've always been trying to do, and Chicago company, big props. So my perspective comes exclusively as an external expert, if that's the right word, how I would use Built-in for my clients if they were using Built-in. All right? So let's jump in. Most people, when they use Built-in, what they do is they use it as a search mechanism. They're searching for companies that they can apply for. And they have some filters for location and industry type, job types, and company size. And what they get is a search result. Here's the first issue. We're looking at the search results. Why am I clicking your profile? Now, I can see your profile. It's a picture of a bunch of happy workers. You've got a headline about your company's industry or purpose. Your paragraph talks about how you're the leading global provider of something or other, or you provide tools and services to help other companies grow, right? Now, how do I know all this? Because that's what everyone does. I mean, everyone. A generic image that could literally reflect any company, talking about your industry in a headline, even though Built-in lists your industry right above it, and primarily using your consumer marketing to talk about your company. This is the problem. There's nothing here about what's in it for the candidate, the person who's literally going to decide to click or not. Why would they want to click? Why are you making them and forcing them to do all this work of trying to figure you out, but then not giving them much information to go on? Your profile literally sits among tens of thousands of other companies, options that are literally a click away, all of whom chasing the same audience, all of whom using the same tools in the same format that you are. And so if you're unwilling to give them a reason to click, to stand out, to show why you're different relative to everybody else, well, you got to ask the question, why are you even spending money there? Focus on standing out. This is where the first critical issue happens. You can't show how you are different at this screen. No one will click you. They will click one of the other companies, and chances are they will click the company they know better, the company they've heard of, or the company that's doing its best to stand out. In search results, it is not a place to blend in. The next issue happens when you click on the search results and get into the profile itself. Built-in is profile-based, which means all your information has to fit within a single profile. Now, Built-in's done good work trying to say, okay, what are some of the questions and what are a lot of information that candidates really want, and ask you to fill those things out as fields. You're asked to describe the company, and so you go, well, I guess I'll just go to consumer marketing and have their information about the company and the products, and I'll stick it in there. That's what most companies do. The thing is this model boxes you in terms of the flexibility or ways you're allowed to talk about your own company. That sounds bad, but it's a double-edged sword, because if you're boxed in, so is everyone else. And this is how you win, by standing out. You can't make new fields, so you have to leverage the fields you were given to make your story crystal clear. Now, standing out isn't just about posting pictures from the holiday party or saying, hey, look at all of our offices, even though that's what a lot of companies do. The most important thing and the way you stand out is to understand what it is that you offer as an employer that's different from other companies, and you leverage this profile to state and prove that difference. Simple as that. You're using this as a content platform to reinforce the thing that makes your company interesting as an employer. Now, the simplest way to understand your differentiated value to talent is to ask yourself, are you different because of your mission, because of the working experience, or because of the reward structure? If your mission is so good, people are going to take a pay cut to work there, then please, by all means, talk about your amazing mission. But most companies can't realistically do that. So, what about your working experience? How is that different? Do you offer significantly more flexibility or work from home in an industry where that's rare? Do you invest in cross functional collaboration to innovate? Do people have a surprising amount of autonomy or support? If so, focus on those things. Those are the things that make you different. And if you don't, you're going to have to figure out how to invest in your reward structure to make it crystal clear how you are different. Now, reward structure can be salary and bonus, but it can also mean professional development, status, access to clients, anything that you'd get because you work there. Now, once you know your differentiated value, every element in the profile, from your headline and your picks to your benefits and your jobs, they all have to define and prove that differentiated value. Don't hide this stuff 3 clicks deep in the FAQ section, or you're just going to look like everybody else. Again, some more. Which brings us to the third mistake, the final mistake. It's in benefits. Now, the way Built-in is set up, it really feels like candidates are comparison shopping amongst benefits. Or more specifically, that they're comparing the numbers of benefits listed. If you look at the UI, it's really clear. They want to show lots of benefits, and that showing that wall of benefit lists is a super powerful attractor. The interface really reinforces this idea that if you only have 5 benefits or perks listed, and you're being compared to a company that has 20, you're at a disadvantage. They show a long checklist, and you want to show as many as you can to compete. But of course, not all benefits are the same, not even close. So let's just assume you offer benefits fairly similar to most companies. What's interesting is why these benefits are being offered. What is the strategy? What is the thinking? What is the perspective behind them? For example, you offer work from home. Great. Do you do that so that people can do their best work, or because it gives people more time to work in the company? Right? Do you offer a bonus structure in a winner-take-all model? Or do you share in the spoils when the company wins? You have sick time? You give a lot of sick time so that people can recharge and rest after a tough sprint? Or because you don't want them to spread the disease around? Or because sick employees just don't do great work? See, the why in these cases frames the benefits. Because if you offer sick days, that's fine, but why is suddenly an opportunity for you to reinforce what makes you different. It proves your differentiated value. And trust me, most candidates are deeply skeptical about anything they see in recruiting. So anything that makes your claims more credible, it's going to put you at a serious advantage. And when you do that, you attract the talent you want, not because they want sick time, but because they understand the culture. They understand the leadership perspective of how and why that sick time is being offered. They know what they're getting into. So when you're thinking about your benefits and describing your benefits, don't think of them in terms of the biggest list you can make. Focus in terms on what those benefits are, how they matter, why they're being offered, how it serves the company too. Because when the candidate sees those benefits and sees how it serves the company, they'll believe them more. They'll understand it more. They'll have a complete sense of what they should expect when they join the company. So those are the 3 biggest errors I see people make on Built-in every day. Their search results not being any different than anyone else, their profile not reinforcing their differentiated value, and not talking about their benefits in a way that adds proof to the stories you want to tell. Luckily, these are things you can change pretty much whenever you want. The goal is not to attract more applicants. You really want to focus on the people who get what you offer, who want what you offer, and really want to be there, and not just any old job. Built-in is a site designed around helping you tell more of your story. And if you're not taking advantage of it, you're wasting your investment. And if you want more help becoming more choosable on platforms like Built-in and others, check out Employer Brand Labs at employerbrandlabs.com or read Becoming Choosable, available worldwide on Amazon now.